Welcome everyone to Never Ready Always Gaming Podcast episode 19. It is the week of November 12th, 2018. Today I am joined by Pedro.
Hi. It's me, Pedro.
Producing today's joint is George. I was thinking something smart, but I couldn't.
You gotta be smart to think of it.
Ooh, shots fired.
I wish I was more in my game today because I'm not.
Pew, pew, pew.
And I am Jose, aka Al. Lee cannot make it.
It's been a exciting and depressing day today. So
Yeah.
I've never been this conflicted in my life.
Yeah. Shit, thanks.
I know, right? Like, it's weird, right? Like,
I want to cry, but I want to be like, oh my god, again.
remember that we post the show every Tuesday on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podbean,
and Spotify.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing. And you will search for the Never Ready channel or
I believe it's Never Ready.
Services?
It should be Never Ready channel, but I searched and couldn't find it. But when I actually look at the website, it says Never Ready channel. So
if you search for Always Gaming, does it come up?
I haven't tried searching
You
everything.
have to tag it as always, like under the tags. Put
I
Always
know,
Gaming.
I'm still learning all that stuff for for
because
Spotify.
that's
It's
how
on
people.
Spotify?
Yeah,
All these things, yeah.
they have the link to it too. So, but
Yeah. All right, so boys, let's get right to it. George, let's start with you. So what you been playing?
well, last
Or
week,
finishing?
last week I was overshadowed by Red Dead, so I didn't get to talk about it. Also, it was a pretty messed up week for the show. So,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, we recorded both shows on one day,
It
so
was here.
we were pretty beat by the time that shit happened. So, but I did beat Spider-Man, the game.
About that time.
Listen,
Stan Lee.
Don't-
Yeah.
ain't
What do you
anybody.
think Spider-Man says right now?
You pointed it out. God damn it!
Listen,
You
bro.
made me bring this up. All right.
Listen, I ain't make you do shit. You know, right now we're in fucking sensitive states. R.I.P. The great Stanley has passed away.
Yes.
All right, let's get the down out of the way, right? Because the show must go on.
Yeah.
And I think Stanley, his works of art have definitely inspired all of us and definitely left a mark, especially for me. Left a mark in my
I think all
my
of us.
soul.
in a
Like
way.
Spider-Man to me is very important and
Right.
being the person I am.
You're talking to a grown-up comic geek, so I've literally read everything Stan Lee has freaking done, except for that other spin-off stuff he tried to do at one point.
Yeah. But you gotta figure he changed culture forever,
Yeah.
pretty much.
He made Marvel what it is today.
Exactly. Like, and these characters he made, although he just made the characters, their
Yeah.
impact that went on was just like, you still feel it today. I mean, the fact that the Marvel movies, how big as they are, this cultural phenomenon, even, like, that was all because of him. You know what I mean? These characters he came up with, that still, to this day, friggin' almost 50 years later, still relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grabbed that. What he did to comic book heroes was, at the time, very progressive, right? He took these characters, the idea of a superhero, and flipped it on his head. Because always, before that, superheroes were always, like, these pristine, right? Like, righteous people that
Right.
never do wrong and are always
They were Superman.
millionaires, right? They were Superman.
And not only another thing that he did too, especially with X-Men.
Yeah, he tackled a lot of social issues.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
Because you couldn't really put at the time
can't
you
say
couldn't make
blacks
black
or
characters.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, all right, so how can I show racism in a different way?
And he
Make people who are born different,
Yeah.
with abilities.
Yeah, because the X-Men, those things were analogs for for
racism
minorities
yeah.
and stuff that were people going on. So that he used that as a way to teach people like lessons. And he does say, like, in the soapbox, I don't know if you guys remember, they used to write little little messages from him.
I remember
Some
that.
of the comics. He would write messages, and he would like. And it's still relevant, which is kind of crazy. Back in the 60s, when people would write like, "Oh, this is escapism. Don't bring politicalness into this." And he said, like, all art, like, it has to have some politicalness to it, because that's what it is. Art, a quote I believe he says, like, art without a message is like a man without a soul. Like, you need to have something there incorporated. And he was super ahead of his time. Like I said, like, he took these characters supposed to be pristine and made them us. He made Spider-Man was one of us.
Wolverine.
He made the X-Men were one of us. All these people.
that was Len.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was some Len. I forget his last name, Wiseman or something like that.
Yeah, because remember, the original X-Men are very different
Yes,
from
the original
popular
X-Men
ones.
are Angel, Cyclops, Beast, Jean Grey, and Did I say Iceman already?
No, you
No,
didn't say
there's
Iceman.
Iceman and Professor X.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wolverine got attached to that.
Yeah, he got.
Wolverine came like in the 70s, right? Or
Yeah, he
80s?
came like I think it was like 30 issues later or something like
Yeah,
that.
he
something.
came way
I
later.
didn't know
on.
that. I always
And
put them
Wolverine first
together.
premiered in Incredible Hulk.
And I think what made Wolverine so popular was the TV show, right? In the 90s?
No, the comics made him popular. It's because he was the. No,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on. You know,
no,
you know
but
you
he was popular before that. In the 80s, he was super popular because Frank Miller.
Oh, his take on it,
did
yeah.
did,
That was-
But I think even it went up like 30 notches after fucking
oh yeah, because then
after the
everybody.
movies. You know what I mean? Like
For people who weren't into comics.
yeah, like
See, since I'm the elder statesman here, I remember in the 90s when they were announcing the movie that they were saying like Bob Hoskins was at one point supposed to play Wolverine,
where people
or Mel Gibson. People wanted Mel
I
Gibson to play
remember
Wolverine.
that. I
and
remember
people feel
how
weird when fucking what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman got casted. Like, wait, this guy?
Yeah,
He's not even short. I
know.
remember saying that a lot. Because,
Wolverine's supposed to be 5'3".
yeah, that's why.
Stocky.
Stocky, yeah, 5'3".
That's why I feel like. That's why I like the best about Wolverine, because I'm a short dude too.
I'm like, Pedro could have fucking played
I
Wolverine.
know, right?
But they-
I'm
they-
already hairy and
Then they got this freaking giant Australian dude
huge
to come up.
Jackman.
Yeah, legit. But anyways, back to Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it is a gaming show, but again, a lot of people that create games, I'm pretty sure, were definitely
I
inspired
mean,
by
Marvel
him.
games are awesome.
Not only that, like his stories inspired, right? Way beyond just comics, way beyond just movies, way beyond just games. It just inspired in general, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people grew up and took his messages to heart, right? And he definitely took things that were maybe uncomfortable to talk about. And just kind of made it digestible, right? It made it fun and put it part of a story. And
No, he
to this day, these stories live on.
he also added that family element in comics with Fantastic Four.
Exactly. It was very different for the time. That's pretty much it, right? Like he, and
I mean,
and-
you hear the story of why he created Iron Man, right?
what was the story?
He wanted to create a hero that's unlikable.
And at the end of the day, he became.
Yeah.
likable. And yeah, so you guys want to talk about your favorite Stan Lee thing in general? You guys have one thing you could say about Stan Lee? How has Stan Lee changed
I would need
your
to
life?
think about it more. Like that's why I have it set for the movie show. So I'll save my thoughts for that too. So.
Okay. So for
I
me,
might come for the movie show.
So for me, I would say is that Spider-Man, those films, even the TV show I used to watch and the games. This funny story. I had an X64 Spider-Man game, and my mom had like the old VHS like family videos, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be awesome? I'm the last boss if I record it and have a tape, so I can just use one of my family videos and record over it. So I did that. My mom was not happy about it.
How bad was the ass whooping?
My mom was not happy about it, but I still remember it.
Clip that came out.
Yeah, for real. She goes, yeah, go see the video.
Some reason
What the fuck?
some reason I picture this as like some movie scene where she just throws it and he's doing this whole freaking Matrix trying to dodge.
You never seen Dominica Jack like those things curved, dude.
I know.
They have
She
their
curved the
homie-
bullet like
I
one.
know.
He's got
I've
the
been
homie-
doing the Matrix thing. She'll fucking.
the homie tomahawk.
I know, for real. So yeah, these Spider-Man films to me were like how people describe Star Wars when they were kids, seeing Star Wars back in the day. Like, to me, these Spider-Man films were that. Like, it was amazing me seeing these characters of these comics that I was reading and seeing it come to life. It was just incredible. And
Dude,
to this day, I remember Spider-Man 2 coming out. The summer of 2004 to me, like I was in 8th grade going to high school, was all about Spider-Man 2. That's all I could think about. Like, so I was writing comics, drawing comics of Spider-Man 2. Like, this dude definitely like inspired me in so many freaking
dude,
ways.
I remember going to go see Spider-Man first. That was awesome. We went like
I know. For an 11, 12-year-old, that was like that was the greatest fucking thing in the world.
What's for an adult
We went to
also.
see the Chunkies.
Oh, Chunkies.
That was before they got good food. It was like the shitty pizza they used to sell.
Oh, yep.
Sponsor us.
You went to school? You went to school?
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. I remember going to that too with the school. See Harry Potter, Chunkies,
Oh
and,
my god.
and Spider-Man.
No,
You had to be the good kids, right? Because you go to ghetto school. If you were a bad kid, they didn't
Listen,
take your ass nowhere.
Since I
I was the bad kid, but I was the good bad kid. Shit.
I did my homework.
I got A's.
I talk back.
So
but
I
got my
punched that
A's,
kid
right?
last week, but I got better grades than him, so fuck you.
So let's kick things back up.
we get
Spider-Man.
back. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Fan of the ending. Not so much a fan of the boss battles. I thought that was pretty much kind of a weakest point of the game.
I agree. It just
It's
Go back to
they get too repetitive too. Like what
Lake. You have to look.
it's like the real old school games that once you figure out the formula to beat a boss, it's simple. Now you're just waiting for it to happen. It's like, all right,
Yeah, when you fight
it's weird.
Shocker.
It's just weird because like
The
in
first
the,
time?
in the game, it feels like when you have to do combat with the guys, it feels like you have a lot of choices and freedom to how
Yeah.
you fight these guys and how you use your gadgets. The bosses, no.
no, that's what I thought it'd be with the bosses. Like,
You
oh,
feel-
this is gonna
it
be
feels
cool.
limited.
They're gonna do some shit. I gotta fucking dodge and
Yeah.
try to figure this out.
Spider-Man 2, take your notes.
Yeah, I got a feeling maybe they did the bosses last or something,
Probably.
or they couldn't figure it.
Oh, they
I got
did
a
it
feeling
first?
they did the bosses last.
Yeah.
Because even the last boss was very. It wasn't even a boss fight. It was more like a interactive cinematic, right? Like.
Yeah, partial boss fight. Like it starts off as buff, but then like towards
Oh yeah,
the,
it is.
to-
partial.
towards the end of it, it's more cinematic. Because then,
Yeah.
then you're just doing the timing. Is like okay, no.
Yeah. How'd you think of that character? How it was written?
I like the way it was written.
But did you
Pers-
take your time to like listen to the recordings and look at the lab?
Oh yeah, I freaking
Yeah.
went in depth. I think there's still stuff I have to unlock in the lab that I have to
Yeah.
go back to. But
Oh, dude, you could start. You could see like slowly
oh, yeah,
that person degrading. And you could see start.
You see the breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah, you can start seeing the breakdown. And I remember throughout the game.
You're not saying the name because of spoilers?
Yeah,
Yes.
throughout the game, you start seeing
Oh.
like this
I know who
person.
they're talking about. I
This
just wanna
person
make sure that I
evolves
didn't say
into
it.
what it becomes, and it was to me. It was good. It felt good because you realize this is what the game is about. It's not about fucking whatever the trailer showed. It's about
Yeah.
this.
But about half the game is about that first part, and then the other
Mhm.
half, well, the underlying theme throughout is that last boss.
Okay.
Which, for people who follow gaming closely, it was leaked at one point. So
Yeah.
we're not saying it, but you can figure out who
Yeah.
it is easily.
Spoiler alert.
What would you want for a sequel? Like, what left you besides the bosses? What made you want it?
Well,
All right, this is what I want more of, or whatever.
I
mean,
can
you-
tell you right now.
What?
Have it come out on Xbox. Some bitches.
Got him.
Sony exclusive, bro.
Fuck you guys.
Or you could just buy a Sony.
Yeah, which I'm probably gonna do.
You're missing out on all the.
Dude, Last of Us 2 is still coming out. So.
If I get one, can you send me in? Can I send in your stuff so I can just download and play the games?
I don't know, cause Chris is under my name right now, so I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anybody
He
wanna give
beat
me the
Spider-Man
account,
too.
let me know.
Oh, he like
That's the first time I've. By the way, little brother-in-law has told me he's beating a game.
Wow, that's
he
true.
liked it.
Yeah. I'm like, you beat Spider-Man? He's like, yeah.
I can see this game be like.
Because he's like a multiplayer. He's always playing multiplayer games, like always going online.
Hey, actually, high five.
Oh,
Shout out to Chris on growing up and saying, "Hey, fuck Fortnite."
He literally said that. Not literally those words,
That's my paraphrase.
but he said that the other day. It was where he's like, "Nah, the new updates were dumb," and it made.
And it just seems like a lot of kids now are growing up. Like, oh, that's for kids now. Like, motherfucker, last year you were on that. Like,
You asked me for V-Bucks last year.
it was literally like a couple months ago. He was
V-Bucks
asking
back
me for that. He's like, "Yeah, can I get some V-Bucks?" No, back to Spider-Man. What I
it's the
want.
life we live on, babies.
It's I don't know. They obviously hint at what the sequel could be with two major.
So you want them to like. It's a lot of. Like, I feel like there was a lot of story threads that.
They hinted at.
For what?
There's at least I can see from
Three
the
or
end of this
four,
game.
right?
There's at least three major story threads that they could go on with. I'm not mentioning it
Yeah.
for spoiler purposes, but
Does
there's
that even involve the Goblin?
possibly.
Possibly. I don't know.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna throw it out there because
I mean, they
they're listening.
they give you Easter eggs of that, but he does not appear at all in the
No.
game in any form. So
I think
Norman
the-
Osborn is in
yes, Norman Osborn is throughout the entire game.
The Goblin in Spider-Man 1, the first video game, was awesome. And then if you unlock his shit, that was just a giant cheat code.
Oh yeah.
He would run so fast. You didn't even have to punch people. You just ran and just bumped into people.
I played the crap out of that game. I remember.
Oh my god, that was the best.
Yeah, they got a. I don't know. I could see maybe Sandman being brought in. I could see that being a hard villain to do though. So I could see reasons why they didn't put it in this game where they're like, that's gonna invite
I
them.
just have to do something different, like completely different.
All right, so you know how this game, how good it looks. Imagine because the next one's definitely coming out PS5. It has to, right? There's no fucking way.
Maybe, but Insomniac says they want to do something their own. So too.
They could still be if they wanted something. Those
IP
rumors
or
of Sunset Overdrive 2 could be real, and they could be making
Could
it
be.
for Xbox again.
Could be.
Sunset Overdrive. So
Yeah.
and Sunset Overdrive is their like new
'cause
creation.
They're like dipping the toe in both
Flip flopping.
pools, or just like.
And I think now that attention they have now for Spider-Man,
Hey,
Microsoft is definitely gonna fucking tap into that if they make Sunset Overdrive 2.
Microsoft.
They're making a Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Microsoft's gonna come with that envelope full of cash and just slide it under the door. So, hey, you guys, instead of doing Spider-Man 2, you want to do
Big Daddy Bill Gates can bring you a sack of
Yeah.
money. You know, let's get it done.
I don't know. Bill Gates kind of sounds like Bill Cosby right now. But, you know,
But instead of pills, it's fucking $100 bills. You
Don't
just
worry,
drink.
just take it, drink it. It's fine, don't worry about it.
you want to drink the cocoa.
It'll be like Jello.
Jesus. You know, you know what I would want for a sequel? I would want them to open up the other boroughs a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
like Queens and Brooklyn. Even though
How
this will
about,
have...
how about running into some heroes,
What do you mean?
like other heroes, like
Oh, yeah,
even
yeah.
like just like a brief cameo. You don't have to be playable, but just kind of like have them.
Or like walk by the Sanctum. Whatever it was.
We did. You do in this.
Yeah, we did.
I just wonder if they'll actually do a show hero. I wonder. Or maybe they'll do one that's kind of like partially part of Spider-Man and part of something else. Like
Right.
maybe...
Probably because they hinted a bigger world throughout this game.
I feel like
Yeah.
Iron Man needs a better game.
There's
Take
a,
that shit
there's
away
a,
from
there's a lot of
Sega.
heroes that need. We're still waiting for a good Superman game. So
Nah, it's
that's
true.
years
That's
in waiting.
never gonna happen.
I don't know if Rocksteady actually is behind it. You know.
Well, supposedly what they're working on is DC related.
Yes,
100%, so.
but the rumor is either Superman or Justice League. Those are the both.
To just do
good-
Superman. Come on. I mean, they could make a Justice League game work.
Yeah.
But come on, just go to Superman. All right. So, is that all your thoughts for Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's definitely a fun game. I'm gonna dive into the DLC sometime this week. So hopefully by next week I could give some thoughts in at least the first part, because the second part comes out after we record the show.
Yes.
So.
Yes. All right. So, Pedro, you been playing anything? I think I know you've been playing, but what you
You
been
play-
playing?
What do you think I've been playing? Well, I played some Red Dead.
Uh
And I
huh.
played some little bit more Red Dead.
Uh
And then I
huh.
came over here, and I got my ass whooped. And
Yeah,
every
you-
freaking fighting game that this man has,
Yeah, we played some Injustice 2 and
my ass whooped that.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Got my ass whooped at that. Then I played Monopoly.
Yeah. Fuck this. I'm going back to Red Dead.
And then,
Yeah.
then we play Monopoly. You got his ass whooping that too.
I,
So-
no, wait. I was doing well. We had certain young juveniles that were getting really upset with me.
he was hustling the children. In the game.
What are you gonna do? Who's gonna think of the children?
He's that guy during the game where he's
They're like, hey,
he
got
starts
some
picking-
chocolate. Give me that Park Place.
So you been getting your ass whooped in fighting games this week.
Yeah.
in board games.
And
board games.
Fucking board.
Fuck,
Never played Monopoly with
do
people.
do you guys play Monopoly like the actual rules or like
Yeah, I tried
or
to.
the house rules?
No, we were playing for most part. We were playing by the actual
Yeah,
rules.
I mean, you're supposed to make side build this Monopoly, and
But like the
But he-
actual
but
rules, like the act, like
you want
like you wait until everybody passes goals.
Yeah.
Here's why he's pissed off, because you want to talk about shady landlord. That's Pedro. He's like, hey, so why'd you come over here?
we'll talk about the.
I got this deal for you.
I
negotiation.
got this couch in my house.
Come on, he's texting his girlfriend on the other side, trying to work out a deal. I don't want to know what the freaking details of this deal was, but
Listen, it was a private matter. I'm just glad I didn't have to do the deal. So
I kept hearing all week getting thrown out. I'm just like, this is getting a little more serious than a board game right now.
Everybody George in the middle being like,
all week, I can't say no. All week.
That's what he would say.
Starting
I'm just
today. I'm so happy
What's-
Bethany messed up the game. It was awesome. I didn't have to commit to anything.
this is fucking tough.
that's how serious it got, though. So-
Jesus.
Dude, I wanted to win.
Yeah.
Because him over here, Mr. I have every railroad. Like, hey, this is technically gaming, right?
it's technically game.
Mr. I have every railroad. And I'm like, I got one railroad.
He kept trying to sell me that one.
And then Chris, the little one, he tried to hustle the other one. And the other one was like,
Nah, yo.
she said no. I was like, you know what? I'll give you $100 for it.
Jesus.
I hustled the hustle.
I still won.
And then Kim doesn't. Oh my god, I don't get mad. I got a headache. Anyway, Red Dead, amazing game, awesome, completely almost great. I'm not done yet.
What chapter? You still chapter 4?
I haven't like gone far. I've been doing like I'm stagnant. I'm kind of waiting for these days off that I'm getting to like.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I hate going home and play. Because I'll stay up till like 4 o'clock.
Yo, that game, when you start it, you can fucking stop.
Yeah, I'm like playing. I'm gonna play for 45 minutes or an hour. And then, 3 o'clock in the morning. Gotta wake up at 6. Go back to bed.
The last mission I did was the one with Micah, where you have to, you also rob that wagon, and it falls like in that room.
Yeah,
it's the last mission I did. Because I was leaving that for last. I was doing everything else, and I left that one for last.
I hate when I feel like that's like the Grand Theft Auto thing.
Yeah.
Like you gotta do the missions until somebody tells you, "Hey, you have to do this."
This one moves the story forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I started diving in a little bit back into Zelda because this game reminds me so much of Zelda as far as like
you read my mind.
the freedomness of it, right? The freedomness, is that a word?
Yeah.
It is now.
I wish they would have changed the little circles on top of the health in the map because that's definitely bitten off of Nintendo. You gotta do something about that.
You know what else? I went into a river. And
you
fucking
died?
Stamina started going down. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck? Like, it's Zelda again.
Yeah, I'm like, you actually died. I drowned.
Yeah.
I drowned.
Yeah, and it's like, I love that these two companies came to the same conclusion to open world games.
I don't think it was a conclusion. I think it was like, oh, these guys did a good job with this. We're overworked. Let's just take this shit.
I'm sure Rockstar looked at some of the stuff Zelda did and be like,
Of
they were
course
inspired
they
by
did.
it. Or
Of
they
course.
saw the reaction to it, how people were reacting. It's like, okay, this is going to work because people seem to really down.
But for the most part, both games were in development around the same
Time.
but Rockstar took longer, obviously. So
Oh, yeah. I mean,
they could have changed stuff.
to be fair, they kind of started, I think, around the same time being made, both
Yeah.
games.
Obviously,
But they, a lot of these, like I said last week, a lot of these ideas obviously were already in play
Yeah.
by the time Zelda came out.
Yeah, because you can't.
But again,
go,
they could have definitely like gone even deeper in, and be like, oh, okay, people are gonna like this.
I was just off a whole different tangent. That Pokemon game, does it come out this week or next week?
This week,
It's this week, right? Shit.
you getting it?
Of course.
All right, so next week we'll definitely be talking about it. It comes out
Yeah.
this Friday.
Friday. All right. Yeah, off this Friday. Hell yeah.
All right, so just wrap up Red Dead Talk. Again, I've been doing just little side stuff there, collecting some money for Strauss, and
I love doing those missions. There should be more of those things.
they're hilarious. I went fishing with fucking what's this dude's name?
With Dutch or
No, no.
Kieran,
Kieran, yeah. with him.
the guy that you abused.
The fucking naked guy comes out into the water and shit. Like,
I haven't done that yet, but I've done the fishing with the other guys, and it's one of the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And then every time I just
right now, I saw the fishing icon for not Kieran, for Javier. I'm like, I'll go fishing with you too. I gotta do that one.
I got the one for Kieran right now.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
So yeah, you mentioned Pokemon. Let's talk about. I'm definitely psyched for the Pokemon game coming out this Friday.
Mhm.
Which one are you getting, Eevee or Pikachu?
You want to switch? Want to get me Pikachu and then we switch?
I'll get Eevee.
You get Eevee, I'll get Pikachu. Alright, deal. And then when we're done, we'll switch.
They probably be the same game.
Yeah.
We can just trade Pokemon because the ones you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to trade.
Plus,
I got a Pokemon buddy.
I was gonna get Pikachu anyway.
Huh?
I was gonna get Pikachu anyway.
I was thinking, I'm like, it's funny because I usually get the.
We'll be here. I'm bringing mine in.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking do the podcast and talk.
Like, whoa, yeah. Oh shit, fuck. God damn it, Rattata! If it doesn't show a Rattata at the beginning, I'm gonna be mad.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I want like 8 Rattatas. Like,
Oh yeah, it's fucking and Pidgeys. So goddamn
oh, I love Pidgey's my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, I definitely Pidgey is one of the first ones you get because obviously you want that Pidgeot
And you
ready to go.
and you want to be fucking Ash.
Yeah.
This game though,
I don't know.
fuck that shit.
I don't
I
know.
wish Lee was here because he'd be like, I'm not doing this shit.
I'm look.
I'm not doing this shit, but I'm gonna buy it. Put 120 hours into the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy every game I don't like.
Yeah, no. The thing like, I know Lee's not here to defend himself, but like,
There is no defending him.
Lee, put it this way: I had to convince like to play The Witcher. I'm like, dude, you gotta play this game. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking play this game. Just that game looks like it sucks. He played it for every game ever. So that's one thing I always say: don't say anything until you actually play it, right? Because we live in this culture. Of, like,
That's not Lee.
not say anything.
he
But
will-
like,
This is not a Fallout game. It has Fallout in it. It's in the world.
It's just
but it's not a Fallout game.
It's just a multiplayer game.
It's a multiplayer game.
it's a co-op Fallout
Yeah,
thing.
you know what I mean?
It's not
it-
Fallout 5. It's a side thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
which
and that-
I think they've been
And
very
if you
open
see it
about.
that way,
It's this generation's new.
Which I think they've been very open about that too. Like the studio is
But,
like
you
this
know,
is not
like, bro,
Fallout
we
5.
don't
You know,
worry
this is
about
a
it.
side
Trust me.
thing.
do people listen?
No.
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 I'm not listening right now.
Listen.
Yeah, exactly.
You're saying people. Let's clarify. Does Lee listen? No.
No, people in general. Like I remember, like I was listening to old podcasts back in the day, and talking about like the Xbox reveal, like Xbox One reveal. They legit. I mean, I'm not saying Microsoft didn't fuck up because they fucked up hard with the marketing and the fucking Xbox One release, right? They fucked up hard. But they legit said, we're gonna do the reveal, and we're gonna just talk about the features of the system, and then we're gonna talk about games at E3. They do the reveal, and after they said that, there's no games on this machine. This isn't a gaming machine. There was no games. Why are there no games in this presentation? After they just have finished, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. People don't fucking give a damn. Like, don't.
Years later, we're still waiting for the games.
You know what's funny? At the beginning of the generation, Xbox had more exclusives, and PlayStation didn't. But what was the fighting? 1080p, 900p. Oh, you guys suck because the other games are 100p. People don't even know what the fucking a P is.
I still don't fucking know. I just know I need better ones.
You know what I'm saying? Like people argue, but look at it now. That Xbox.
I don't know what a P is. I just know
exclusives.
I do it too much.
PlayStation has exclusives, and now Xbox has a better console.
Well, now PlayStation makes their exclusives actually take their time with it because they kind of rushed the early ones a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Like 1880, the Order 1886. If that had more time, I think would have been an amazing game.
Yeah.
I like the gameplay and everything, but
I thought the game itself looked. I love the story.
I love the story. I
like that genre.
I like the way it played.
The world was awesome. Yeah, the steampunk. And at the end, the whole Batman thing at the end they do. I'm like, oh my god, part 2.
They hinted such a bigger thing at the end that we're never gonna get because
I hope they're working on it.
I hope they are too because I have a fun place in my heart for
hopefully Sony gives them the chance. I legit bought that game. Used, beat it, platinumed it, like in.
It's a short game.
In 2 days, platinumed it. GameStop. Give my money back. I got my money back. That's exactly what I did for that game.
That's how short it is, though. So.
Yeah. So yeah, Pokemon. Let's talk a little more about Pokemon. So today they released a little out of freaking nowhere. They decided to release. I mean, I guess this. Wait a minute. I guess this is news.
There's news for me. The news.
Yep.
You might get some deja vu too in backlighting later this week too. So
I'm coming for that one, by the way. I'm gonna figure out. I'm off.
Oh, I can see you're coming right now. Fucking.
I was gonna say he's already coming.
Oh, your eye. Sorry.
What that off?
Never.
Oh, damn it.
So yeah, this Detective Pikachu trailer came out today.
Oh
God.
my.
Dude, so I was at work and I see this. First of all, I didn't think this trailer was gonna come out now. That movie in my mind was like fucking like 2 years ahead.
Yeah, I completely forgot that they were even working on it.
I thought it was fake. Somebody showed it to me and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. And I legit, until I got here, the first thing I told you is like, yo, you heard about that? Is that shit for real? And you guys were like, yeah. And I was like, what? Show me the trailer. And you showed me the trailer, and then like, I jizzed all over myself.
Yeah.
I gotta get,
bags, bro.
I need some shorts.
Little boys down there.
Sticky.
That trailer, God. So I don't even know how to get into words.
Like, it's fucking amazing.
That to me is
pokey crazy.
It's fucking pokey crazy. It's my pokey childhood. Like,
bro, I just looked at how fuzzy Pikachu is. I can't wait. I'm gonna take
it's
all my
something that you realize. Like, wait a minute, they're making this work.
Look, just fucking Pikachu is fucking my life up right now. I'm mad that I don't live in this world.
Look at that world.
Look at that, dude. Look at the Dodrio. Look at the Charmander.
Look at Dodrio.
Fucking Charmander.
Wait, pause it. Go back.
Oh my god,
the trailer right now. Is that
holy shit?
What Pokemon can we spot?
Look,
right, play.
We got.
We'll tell you when to pause.
I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm right now.
Pause.
All right, so we have.
I see flying Pokemon.
There's a Butterfree.
There's a caterpillar looking thing up here.
Is that Weedle?
Maybe, I don't know.
It looks like a Weedle, right? Because Weedle has like the most circular.
What's this?
Those look a Metapod. Oh no, I think those are things that are hanging down. I think
those are flying.
Are they flying? Continue.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Those are definitely flying.
I see Dodrio. It's fucking awesome.
Look, you fucking Charmander. Charmander's my favorite Pokemon.
Is it?
Charmander, like every iteration of that species.
Yeah.
Charmander fucks my life up. Like I don't. Me seeing Charmander looking at me, I'm taking him home. Like I'm gonna dream about this. Like this shit. It just my little me going to my mom's salon, right after school the day that they aired Pokemon for the first time.
That was incredible.
Watching on this little 10-inch TV.
Yeah.
Like in the back room while everybody. I'm like every day. That shit. This is.
I think
I'm reverting back to my childhood.
That's the same feeling I get with this. Because to me, I think a lot of people our age, Pokemon is very. Even people that moved on from video games and moved on.
Yeah,
from,
no.
Pokemon is still part of your childhood. It's all these little creatures to many people don't mean anything. But after spending hours and fucking thousands of hours on the games
right now, I can't stop.
You know what I mean? Playing the games with these characters and seeing the movies and the TV show.
I played Pokemon Red and Blue so much that when I would finish playing the game, I could still hear the fucking game.
Is that Dakota Fanning?
Is it Dakota Fanning?
No.
No, but she looks very
Discount Dakota Fanning.
Kinda.
Yo, look at Psyduck is fucking my ass up too right now. Look at him. With his indifferent ass.
Psyduck is a wild card because that dude okay, George. Fun fact about Psyduck, he always has a headache.
Yeah.
And that's why he's always like this, holding his head. But the trick is he's a psychic Pokemon. Mm-hmm. That's just fucking when he fucking freaks out. He fucking fucks shit up.
See, I'm fucking up. I didn't go home.
He's a little guy that you don't think anything of, and when he fucking gets pissed off, back the fuck away. Because that dude fucking does...
Oh my god. I love how they have this...
I love the Gengar on the side.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, this is like movie nerd stuff now.
Yeah.
To where you can see it looks like they're doing some type of celebration here.
Yeah, there's a guy dressed up as Squirtle in the background.
Yeah, I know. See this? You got fucking...
Yeah.
What's her name?
Wait, what's on her? Oh, that's her hand.
It just feels weird seeing this. Cause it's like seeing your childhood come to life.
And they're not going to be 10 years old.
I know. And seeing this thing that when you were a kid, you're like, are you kidding me? You were dreaming of this since you were fucking 10.
I'm dreaming of this day. Shit.
You've been dreaming. It's like this moment that your whole entire life has been leading up to. It's finally here.
Is he going to be Professor Oak?
Type person, right?
Yeah.
The Professor
He's
Oak.
the professor.
I love Steelix. I see Charizard in the posters in the background. Mm-hmm. It's just an incredible fucking thing. It really is. Sinnoh, which is from Diamond and Pearl. So this definitely takes place in the same world as...
His bed's a Pikachu ears.
Yeah, 2 Pikachu ears.
For those listening, we're literally doing a trailer breakdown
analysis
right now.
Yeah, but this is Pokemon. Pokemon's a video game no matter what. I don't give a damn. We're taking this shit.
Yeah, Pokemon is started as...
This is probably more in depth than we will be going into.
Because there's not much shit to talk about. So,
fucking.
So, what are your hopes for this thing? Do you hope this thing has a lot more action, and it's more heartfelt? What are you hoping for this?
I hope I hope I get the same feelings I'm getting right now watching this trailer as I'm watching the whole movie, and more amazing excitement. I hope they don't pull out any other trailers, right? And when we watch the movie when it comes out. Hey,
I love the CG that they didn't go full realistic. It's still kind of cartoony.
Look how fuzzy Pikachu is, man!
And actually, there's a Pika Pika from the show if you listen to it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, because nobody else can hear him other than that one guy.
Yeah, it does an actual Pika Pika from the TV show, which is dope. I love the action at the end. You see fucking Pikachu getting chased by fucking Charizard, looks like a fucking dragon.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna eat him up. He's fucking.
Hey, what? George. So,
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk to George real quick because he's. You saw Panda Chan, the fucking wrestling. Do you want to see a Pokemon evolve in this? I want to see how their take
on it. To the fuck! I want it to slide up.
I want to see. Look at fucking Greninja. Look at fucking ninjas. Look at them. I would love it. Hold on, don't continue yet. I would love it. How awesome would it be? Huh?
She's yellow.
I think it's because of the lighting.
Oh, okay.
I never pictured Jigglypuff to have hair. I thought Jigglypuff was
that's a fucking curl.
I don't know, but I mean,
you thought she was
I thought it was like a balloon.
Skin bag?
Yeah, that's what.
No,
I mean, it is the same.
They're definitely all furry.
And you know how I know this is canon? It's the same Jigglypuff from the show. Look what it. See has a little microphone.
The marker.
The marker, right?
Yeah.
So and see, he's pissed off because the dude fell asleep.
But he does it right. I want to see him right. Oh my god.
Do you know what the thing is here, George?
No.
So basically, in the TV show, Jigglypuff will always come out and try to sing, right? But it's it does this in the game. Sing makes people the lullaby makes them go to sleep.
Yeah.
The Pokemon. So every time she would sing, people would fall asleep, and she'd get mad. And that was the whole gag every episode, right?
Nobody would hear her beautiful voice.
The whole gag is that she would get pissed and draw on their face, and you can see it right there. Jigglypuff is pissed because I do fall asleep. So you can already see it from the show, like they're taking that gag into this.
That is so fucking awesome.
I just hope Jigglypuff is not in it just for that. I mean, there's a lot of fucking Pokemon to work with here, but
What's the number up to now?
like 800 something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're focusing on the original 151. It seems like they're definitely focusing on the 151.
Can you imagine seeing a Mewtwo?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't stop.
Dude, Mewtwo?
Stop it.
Talking?
Stop it.
Whoa!
How awesome would it
Be
be?
still my beating heart.
How awesome would it be? Like, talk about the whole thing, Pokemon evolving. I hope they go do the whole Teen Wolf thing from the 80s. You see the bones shifting inside and stuff. And like
a fucking Cubone.
it was Teen Wolf, right?
No.
American.
It was American Werewolf in London.
American, yeah.
And then Teen Wolf aped it from that.
Yeah, and it's awesome. You see the fucking
London,
the
not
snout
Paris,
coming
London.
the snout coming out and shit. You see the bones shifting. I want to see fucking. If I see a Charmander fucking bone shifting into a fucking Charmeleon.
Fucking Cubone. Turning into a Marowak.
But how the fuck would that work? Like the head would just cover.
It's his mom's skull.
I know, but Marowak is completely covered.
Because once they get... That's a dark Pokemon too, by the way. Like,
Yeah, Cubone is fucked up. And where's his mom's skull?
Because when a Cubone when a Marowak dies, the skull goes... They break through the skull or something like that. And then it goes onto the kid.
Yeah.
And the kid wears that. And then when he gets bigger, it turns into a Marowak. And it fills in.
Yeah, and then that skull becomes part of like a helmet.
And then it breaks again. That's so
Because
crazy.
there's nothing else after Marowak, right?
No.
No, not recently, yeah. Also, the poster back there, you can see a fucking Mankey and a Machamp.
Yep. like the actual...
And I think it's like a wrestling fight or something.
Yeah, because remember Ash gets a Mankey to fight Hitmonlee?
That didn't listen to him. Remember fighting Hitmonlee?
because he didn't have no fucking back.
It evolved into a...
Mankey into...
Fuck, what's his name?
We're fucking horrible. This is the Pokemon show.
Fake fans.
What does Mankey evolve to, George?
fucking know.
Just guess a name. What do you think it evolves to? If Pikachu evolves into Raichu, what would Mankey evolve into?
Raichu.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Come on, say something.
No, something.
I want to see what you would guess. What you think it would be.
Yes, do it. I'm gonna Google it.
I mean, Mankey evolves into Lanky. Some shit like,
He goes into Spanky.
to Spanky.
Spanky, he's just a very...
So continue the trailer real quick so we can move on to the next thing.
Just that pouty face.
Look at fucking
my
Charizard.
Fucking
What
God, dude, I'm telling you, this fucks me up.
Look at the abs, dude. Charizard's fucking wrecked.
Because that's just... he's a freaking dinosaur.
He's a dinosaur
He's a
dragon.
He fucks niggas up.
Look, I love this. I love the Greninjas. I love the Greninjas
I hope
getting.
they have a scene where they're like going through the forest.
Look at Squirtle. In the trailer. There's a fucking
I
Squirtle.
didn't even notice it was a freaking Squirtle there. Huh. By the way, I don't like the fact that they're using that car. That's an all-electric car that had minimum 20 miles an hour.
How creepy is Mr. Mime? Mr. Mime
He's
is
always
fucking...
been. You know who I want to see? You know who I want to see? What was the other one? The ice, the one that was in blackface.
Jinx? Oh my
Jinx.
god.
I want to see
What
fucking
color
Jinx.
would they make her?
Probably blue.
Blue, right?
That's what they did in the cartoon.
Yeah. Look at Mr.
You
Mime.
can't have Jinx. I didn't think Jinx was a. I think Jinx is a mystery Pokemon from now on.
Yeah, it's weird. But because in the first generation, they had this whole thing. They had a lot of like humanoid-looking Pokemon.
I thought that was hair.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
thought
weird.
Jinx. I thought fucking Mr. Mime's protruding things off his head.
But it's it.
with
Like
hair.
in Gen 1, they had a lot of humanoid-looking Pokemon.
Look at
Right
his
here, Jinx,
fucking
Mr. Mime,
knuckles. Look at
Machamp, Hitmonlee, like all these Pokemon
Fucking
like, resemble humans.
Hypno and all the motherfuckers.
Yeah, they resemble.
Abracadabra, Alakazam. Oh my god!
Do you make Alakazam this?
Oh my god, dude. Barrier. This is awesome.
I love how it does the barrier.
Oh my god. Fucking Ryan Reynolds.
Look at the Greninjas, dude. I feel like the Greninjas are the evil things in this game.
It looks like it. It looks like they're
Yeah,
chasing them a lot.
Look at them doing that water shuriken. Look at them fucking the water. That's fucking insane. That's awesome seeing that.
Go into
Look at that. Look at that fucking Charizard, dude.
Look at his eyes. That's what gets me to his eye. Because that's what one thing. If you remember the cartoon and playing, his eyes always been fucking intense as fuck.
Yeah.
And look at Pikachu. He was just like, fuck.
Because he was like, I'm done.
Damn.
Do you think this Pikachu would evolve into Raichu at the end? No, they wouldn't do that.
Does that happen in?
I don't know. I don't know if it does.
Isn't
I doubt it.
Isn't the cartoon like he like?
Well, this isn't the
rejects-
same Pikachu.
yeah,
It's not the
refuses
same
to-
Pikachu, but like it's weird because they can't even make him evolve because it has to be Detective Pikachu. Not
Oh, no,
Detective
you can't.
Raichu,
Yeah,
right?
it's not Detective Raichu.
Yeah, so
He's not as cute when he's bigger.
yeah. Oh, I wonder if Pichu will be in this. I wonder if he shows up like when I was a little lad.
Imagine Ash
Pichu-
shows up out of nowhere
Oh
like
my God.
a fucking cameo. I'm done. I'm like, I'm
10-year-old
I'm gonna be
Pichu.
sitting and I'm like, oh, come on.
No, you know what they'll do?
I'm gonna be like, fuck this.
You know what they would do?
I-
They would show this kid with a hat, right? And be like, oh, look at my Pikachu too. And they'll just like, people would be like, is that Ash? Like they'll leave it like that.
My
Yeah.
name is Red.
Or
Done.
Or
you see
it'll be
fucking-
it'll be something because it looks like they head to some battle arenas and here there'll be like a board
God, I just
board
wanna
and you'll
see
just
a
see like
forge.
his name up there like as a
Yeah, or
like
something, right?
something like a little Easter egg for
Will they do
fans. like, to
Ash
see
or
it.
Red? They might do Red. I think that well,
Is
easily
he
they'll
Red?
do Red.
Hopefully they do Ash because that way that's more mainstream.
Yeah.
Not that many people would know who Red is. But my thing is,
Ash is based on Red, by the way. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but like people that don't play,
Yeah.
play the video game, and fucking, can you imagine?
I want to see Pokemon battles. I want to see two trainers fighting.
Well, it looks like we get it. At some
No, I
points,
want to see like a trainer throw. I want to see their interpretation of a Pokeball being thrown. And
I want to see
Pokemon
him catch a
coming in.
Pokemon.
I want to see how this thing.
I want to see a Growlithe,
Oh my god,
dude.
Arcanine at the end.
Oh my god, you're so
What about a Ponyta?
Well,
riding a fucking
this is supposed to be
fire
about video
horse.
games. We're talking-
Look at that fucking
Oh
Charizard.
my god, Pikachu's like, oh fuck, tail wag.
The tail wagging his face.
Look at the fucking saliva. Look at the way the fur. Oh my hell, man, it's fucking me up.
That Charizard is gonna eat that mouse.
Now we know when they faint what happens.
They don't faint, buddy.
Then them dead.
They're dead. I want to see this in 3D.
I'm watching it
Oh
in
my
real
god,
3D.
what the fuck is it? Shit. So yeah,
Congratulations, Ryan Reynolds, on beating everything.
Deadpool's Pikachu. That's the fucking 2019 we're living, alright? It's the fucking this life we're living. It's
And
awesome.
prior to this, we're getting a PG-13 Deadpool in December. This Deadpool 2.
I hope we get a fucking.
Is that what is that?
It's Deadpool 2 re-edited as the PG-13 thing.
Would it work for kids, right?
Well, it's only being done because it's Ryan Reynolds' idea that they came up with while filming Deadpool 2. They're like, because it was so far out there, and they're like, this is so rated R. They're like, we would never make this for kids. And just for fun, they thought about like, if we wanted a family to come see this, how would we do it? So they go with what they call the Princess Bride technique on it,
Oh god.
where it's literally going to be him reading a story. So my assumption to that is that on the really like heavy rated R parts, they're going to cut to him reading it, and he's going to do like a very kiddie version explanation of what's
It's
going
like,
on.
oh, so that's what really happened. Let's go back to it.
It's like,
Yeah, so the guy didn't go into the fucking chipper. It was all a fucking lie.
it's like they came down in parachutes.
And they all
Bad things
survived.
happen.
It's like, oh, they all survived, and it went really well. So let's go back to.
Acid Man burned my face off.
But I think that's a funnier way of doing it, like having fun with it. It's like, all
So
right,
is it-
You know what's fucking funny? Ryan Reynolds is fucking Pikachu. That's
that-
fucking hilarious.
I still can't fucking believe it. I'm fucking
Yo,
like,
I think a lot of people today are just like you and I, because that was my face at work. I was
I
like,
didn't
oh my.
fucking believe it. I'm telling you right now. I told that guy you're fucking lying. And I walked the fuck away. Like I didn't even bother. Like I didn't. I feel bad now because I was a dick. He was like, "Look at this."
now you go back there and you just be like, come here,
I'm
bro.
like, "Yo, bro, I'm
sorry.
gonna have to buy this guy a coffee tomorrow." Because legit, I was like, "That's fucking bullshit," and I went back to my job. Like, I didn't even bother. Like,
It's like, bro, you were trying to help me out.
and like you know when somebody like knows something is cool and they come up to you like they try to. I was so fucking like I'm done with this conversation that he felt like he probably felt like
That's how much. That's how
damn,
much
Pedro
trust
would
you have in
fucking-
humanity. Like, there's no fucking way they can ever make a good
Yeah, go
fucking Pokemon
fuck
movie.
yourself. I'm out of
There's-
here.
you
Fucking
see-
playing with my emotions.
You know how,
and shit.
George? Remember
Stop.
how we were talking last week about how like anime was 2 weeks ago how anime translates. It's really difficult to translate into real life, and I remember the point I think we made was like, if you're gonna take something like ridiculous like fucking Naruto, fucking wearing orange, or
Yeah, you lay into it.
just fucking go all
for it.
into it, right?
Yeah.
Let fucking Goku turn his hair. You have to do that. You can't be serious and also him fucking just charge up. Like that looks
Look how
ridiculous.
fucking stupid fucking Death Note is on Netflix. That's the dumbest fucking piece of.
I know, so I'm saying. So I love the Pokemon
ever
leaned
fucking
completely into Pokemon. It's like, all right, this is what it would look like if it was real life. That's exactly what it did. They just took something and put it to real life.
It looks amazing. I can't wait. Now I want to play Pikachu.
It was something that seemed impossible. Like, there's no fucking way you can make a Pokemon movie that work.
The other day I was at my friend's core gaming. I was hanging out there.
Yeah.
I was right after my haircut. And I was like,
Advertisement.
what? Sponsor us. I was thinking about, damn, I want to get a Game Boy. It's like, damn, what do I want to play? Pokemon. Which Pokemon do I want to play? And I was like, damn, which Pokemon do I want to play? I was like, I want to play Pokemon Yellow. Because it's so much fun to have Pikachu next to you.
Well, the new Pokemon games are remakes of Yellow, or sequels to Yellow, so. Also, if you have a 3DS, right?
Yeah.
You could get they're on there. Although Pokemon
I can't
games,
find my 3DS though.
Oh, good luck with that.
I don't know what happened to it.
Somewhere in your room.
I think Kim has it.
Could be.
Yeah, she's sneaky.
She is.
All right. So is that the last thoughts? Oh, George, as a non-Pokemon person, what's your take on this?
I mean, it looks interesting. It looks like a fun take. Like, I watched some Pokemon. I wasn't like a huge.
Yeah, but like you kind of dropped out at the beginning, right?
Yeah, because I was past their target age at that point. Like,
who cares? I was in high school.
Yeah, but you're a Nintendo nerd, so it's all right.
Listen, these people that I was in high school with that were like the tough guys that were into Pokemon.
Dude.
They're like, yo, dude, let's play Pokemon. And I remember me playing Pokemon with them. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Because they were like gangsters on the outside and fucking Pokemon trainers on the inside.
It's like, yo, give me that Pikachu, son.
Dude,
I got robbed by fucking hood dudes fucking my cards. Like, it was hard out here, man. It was fucking.
Sorry,
it's hard out here for
turf wars. It probably was Pedro's brother.
Probably was my brother. I know my brother. I remember
One of his brothers.
my brother came home with like a bunch of Charizards and shit. I'm like, yo,
oh
bro.
my god.
I remember he came with he had like.
We can talk about that after the
I don't know, man. I don't think that. I'm just kidding. He just came home with a couple Blastoise, a couple Charizards. I was like, where you got that? I was like, and then I think somebody's dad called my mom, and my brother was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm like, nigga, you told them shit.
Oh boy.
That's some funny shit.
We'll talk after the podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know my brother. I don't know my brother. I'm my cousin Ramon, maybe.
So yeah, to me, I would love to be like, I would love to like see somebody's take that doesn't know anything about Pokemon, see this trailer, see what the fuck they would think.
Dude, do you remember going to see the first movie?
It was life changing.
Dude,
I to this day that pulls on your heartstrings.
My brother-in-law took all of us. I mean, I think he filled up half the movie theater with us to go watch. We filled up like 5 or 8. Like, I don't know how many. I just remember
a lot.
There was a fuck ton of us going to watch this damn movie right after school the day it came out. Like, holy shit! I remember getting out of St. Mary's, getting into a car, driving into the movie theaters in Salem. Remember that one?
Yeah, yeah.
The good ass one.
Was it a Regal before?
I forgot what brand it was, but that was my babysitter. That movie theater was my babysitter.
Really?
Because my mom would take us there, take us to Wendy's right on 28, drop our asses off, and I'd go watch a couple movies.
Was the Pokemon movie? Was it when you go to the theater or Burger King? They gave you that Mew card.
Dude, the theater would give you that gold like plate thing. It was like a metal.
Oh, I still have one.
I had one, man. I don't know what happened to it.
Dude, remember going to Burger King, you get the Pokeball, you get a card. Yep. Actually, no, you get. I think for the second movie, for Pokemon 2000, they give you one of the.
It was like a plate. No, what?
One of the legendary. They give you Articuno, Zapdos, or.
Yeah, but like on Pokemon, in the first Pokemon, the first movie, you got a card at the movie theaters, and then some people also got like a solid, like it was like plated, like.
Yeah, I have one. I have one of Pikachu.
Yeah.
It looks like a piece of gold, like a
there was
bar.
there was a couple of them.
Yeah, there was
a Mew one. I had a Mew one.
I remember the Mew one.
I had the Mew one, and I had the Mew card.
Do you remember seeing that movie, the first one? You remember they had a little short before the movie starts? The
Fuck
Pikachu's Vacation?
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
And they showed Donphan for the first time.
Yeah,
who the fuck is this?
And then they showed
the Snubbull.
I was like, what the hell is that? What's going on? What is this? Who's that? What the hell? Holy shit! Oh my god! Wow.
I know as a kid you see a new Pokemon, you're like, oh my god, wait a minute, there's more? Like,
oh my
you
god,
think you knew
that
I'm being
so stupid right now. I'm trying to.
As far as this trailer goes, as a movie lover, you know, I love anything that tries to be something different, and this looks like something pretty different.
don't think we talked about video
Very
games the whole
different.
time.
No, it's funny because I
I'm
can
just
see
saying.
somebody. I can see somebody looking at that and be like, "How high were these people when they made? What is this?"
Who I want to be these people.
Well, it's just like one of the YouTube conversations. It's like, this looks very Ted-like. like a
Yes.
like a PG Ted.
Yes,
Ted.
that's exactly what it needed to be. All right, so like, a lot of Pikachu talk, but again, we're
Pikachu.
super excited,
It's a video
especially
game.
when something is this much into our so much. Pokemon is a lot of part of our DNA. I feel like it's definitely. I wouldn't be a gamer, the gamer I am today, without Pokemon.
Yeah.
pretty much.
I
Pokemon
couldn't-
got
I
me into
wouldn't-
RPGs, got me into like all these
I
things.
wouldn't be able to put hours into a game if it wasn't the hours that I put into.
Dude, that I lived in that world.
I remember
That world's real to
Who
me.
had a stack of batteries next to him?
You did.
I did. I had a stack.
You had the little
My green Game Boy Color with red and blue.
Oh my god.
And no, and the thing is that I have 3 brothers, so right? It means one of us got the same color game. So I had red and they had 2 blues.
You're like, ha!
So you know what the fuck happened?
What?
I beat red. Here's blue. And then when Pokemon Yellow came out, I was like, you ain't touching my fucking
Oh yeah, Pokemon Yellow came out. That was fucking awesome.
with the little walker.
Yeah, I remember. Oh my god, I remember.
I put
I
so many fucking steps on that damn thing.
remember
I lost
Pokemon
weight
Gold
that
and
summer.
Silver got announced. I remember going to the mall, still to this day, where Bertucci's is at now. And see, you remember getting that case? I remember seeing that gold case, Pokemon Gold, looking at it, the manual inside. Dude, you would just pour over that manual before you get home.
Dude, remember when you
Look at
realized that
smelling that cart.
I didn't know what the fuck daylight savings time was until I had that game.
Exactly.
I didn't know what the fuck it was called. I just thought like this is a shitty time of the
There's
year.
the first game I ever played that it kept time. I mean, it's a fucking Game Boy game that kept the time like with the real world because you put the time and it had the whole idea of cell phones. I didn't understand it at the time, but like trainers call you back and like
Your mom's saving
it's
your money.
it's night in the real world and it's night in the game. That was fucking crazy. You could see different Pokemon at night.
Oh
that was
my
fucking
God.
mind blowing. I stayed up till like fucking 4 a.m. playing that
Just to
goddamn
see the
game.
sun go up in the game.
Yeah, it was fucking
I've
incredible.
done that.
I lived in that world, dude. That world was real to me. The good old days. Paige is going down memory lane. So, let's move on quick from this. Conventions. How do you guys feel about those? Hey,
Like
George,
video
you
games?
have a
Hit or miss.
favorite? Put X18 up there.
What?
Put X.
Oh, is that the one they just had right now where
Zero.
they talked about fucking...
No, not EX. The letter X.
You sounded like you
Be
said
careful
AX.
how many X's you put.
018.
The one that's the one for Xbox, right? The one they just
Yeah,
had.
the convention.
When they just talked about that they're gonna have fucking keyboards and
Everything announced right there. It's put from the Xbox Wire. We're gonna read it out to you. So yeah, was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday we had the X18. So it's kind of like a PSX for Xbox.
in Mexico.
It was in Mexico City.
Órale,
Homes.
vato.
Those people were representing. I can tell you that much. So yeah, they had a few. I mean, it wasn't like crazy announcements, but there were good announcements, right? Like, and also X18 is the first convention they had since the last one I think was X06, and they stopped doing it. The PlayStation came out with one. They're like, wait a minute, this works. let's go back to our X fucking thing
then-
we had going on before.
And then PlayStation's not doing one this year.
Well, they were honest about it. Like we don't have any like.
yeah.
PlayStation has been showing their cards for like the last 3 years, and
Right.
this year they were right. They're bearing fruit. They started coming out
yeah,
with these games.
they said pretty much this year and next year is when all those.
All those things that we've been looking at,
Yeah.
right? So it's like they're holding their cards back. And
Hopefully, it's like we've been. Yeah, what I forget the name of that game. It's been delayed like. 80
Days
times.
Gone.
Yes, Days Gone. There you go.
but we still have we still have Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm pretty sure is a fucking cross gen game. Last of Us
Us
2,
2.
Death Stranding, which I'm pretty sure is
PS5.
that's a PS5 game.
That's PS5.
And what was the other one?
Uh,
Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2.
Days Gone
Days Gone.
supposedly come out next year if it doesn't get delayed again.
Those games are definitely like Horizon 2 is definitely coming out on PS5. It has to, right?
That's
Because
easy.
next year we're getting talk. Next year we're gonna get
The talk of the next
consoles.
next
Like
console, yeah.
either they're gonna announce like actually talk about what it is, or they're gonna like the rumors are gonna start coming out. You gotta know what they are like last generation. And it's funny how I was listening to the old podcast when the PS3 and the Xbox One came out. All the talk of all these people talking about things that now we take for granted. Like, I'm not sure if PlayStation does it a little bit, but Xbox I think does it better. The whole suspending a game, how like you just pause it and just turn the Xbox off and turn it
Yeah.
back on and it's back there. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I love about the Xbox, and it doesn't need to boot up every single time. You just want to boot, you just get it.
Right
Get it.
For me, I feel like it works better on the PlayStation. The suspending the game in the middle.
No, for me it doesn't, because the PlayStation has to suspend it. It legit goes suspending game. Xbox doesn't. You just get out and that's it.
Yeah, like I legit like turn off, like just quick turn off my Xbox, come back,
Yeah, I do it all the time on my PlayStation.
Boom, same right.
And my Xbox is the one sometimes it kicks me out of the game completely.
No, for me it doesn't do that. For me, like for example, like if you go to YouTube, say you're playing the game, right? The PlayStation, it feels like it can't handle having two things at once, because like you go out of the menu, it's like you see it like struggling to go. Then it goes to the menu. Then you try to go to YouTube or something, and it says, "Oh, suspending game." It has to load. Then it goes. I mean, it loads for like 5 seconds, but it loads. Xbox is like boom, like you should.
Yeah,
I don't have to suspend anything. It just goes.
I haven't had that issue with my PlayStation.
And I think the reason
could be a pro thing too.
It could be, but the suspending game thing came out later on for PlayStation. It wasn't there from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
and the Xbox right from the beginning, and so I think it was probably part of the
like if you're on
system.
Netflix, if you're on Netflix, and like boom, you go right back to the same show.
You just hit B on the Xbox, and it brings you back to the last thing you were doing. Like it pauses it and it brings you right back to it. And the reason is back then, it's funny. Listen to the podcast. They're talking about how the Xbox has like 3 different OSs running at once. Oh my god, the original dashboard fucking sucked hard. I never had a system. The 360 had fucking you knew everything you were doing in that system, right? The achievements were when achievement popped, you hold the button, the middle button, it brought you to that achievement and showed you what you did, right? I remember getting the Xbox One and being like, not knowing how to get to achievements. Achievements were an app. I'm like, what? Yeah, I know how to start a party. I'm like, what is going on?
I do not know how to fucking do that. I still kind of don't.
It's funny. The PS4 was a better 360 than the Xbox One. How is that?
It was funny.
God,
it was
Xbox fucked up so hard. How do you go backwards?
Can we say that the Xbox One is kind of like a dumb system?
It is a
good system, but it's still kind of dumb. Like, there's a lot of dumb shit. Because sometimes if I'm loading in, I don't know, maybe it's my Xbox, I don't know, because I don't have any other Xbox.
Yeah.
I'll load.
You have the big fat one?
You know where the Xbox started with the downfall? They named it the Xbox One.
Yeah, it was confusing as fuck.
Listen, Xbox 2 is going to be amazing.
Listen.
No, it's going to be like Xbox 2000 or some shit like that.
Listen. When you think Xbox One sounds dumb, imagine hearing Xbox 360, you're like, what? What?
I remember that.
Yeah, no,
it revolved entertainment, and you're the center of it. It revolves around you.
They didn't do none of that shit. Remember the E3 when they were talking about fucking the Xbox 360? Oh yeah, you can connect your TV to it.
Xbox One.
Yeah, Xbox One, motherfucker. One center. That's what it was.
But it's funny because the Xbox 360 laid down the groundwork
Didn't it have
for
like
video
cable?
games? What it became.
I remember they had like the Xbox 360 when it got it. I think they announced that it was gonna have a jack for your coax cable to go into it.
Yeah.
Well, PS4 was like announced to have like 4K capabilities from the start, and that was bullshit. But
partially.
Partially, no,
yeah,
bullshit.
but it's not.
That was bullshit.
Because back then, like 4K, what the fuck?
I know.
You can barely do 1080p. What are you talking about?
It was one of those things where Sony almost did the Blu-ray mistake over again. It was just like.
But you see, I'm seeing it again. History repeat itself. How do people don't fucking learn? You see Sony now with the fucking hubris and they're fucking all cocky and all that. Guys, the reason PS4 became a success is because you guys were on the ropes, right? When the PS3 and then the PS, even though they really weren't, but in America they were.
Yeah.
Like they were on the ropes. At least the mind share was more like 360, right? Because 360 had the Mass Effect. Was Xbox, and Microsoft gave away the rights to Mass Effect. That tells you what Microsoft was heading, because by the end of the 360 lifestyle, it was what the Xbox One was at the beginning. They were losing sight because Don Matrick became the head of Xbox. And the exclusives started going down. They started focusing on Kinect. Barely any exclusives, right? By the end of 360, you could start seeing it already, where they were going. Xbox One just continued doing that. The thing is, the Xbox 360 was selling really well. Uncharted 2 came out, right? I mean, I remember the year, like 2011, 2012, PS3 had like 10 exclusives. Fantastic exclusives. Some badass exclusives. Just Gears of War by itself, Gears of War 3, outsold all of them put together. That's the world we were living in back then. So PlayStation was really like we want to be like that. Like they that's why the PS4, I felt, that's why I went, when the generation switched, I went with PS4 first. I'm like, obviously this is where shit's better. Because I had tried the Xbox One. I'm like, I couldn't figure out anything in the dashboard. I'm like, are you kidding me? what is happening right now. And the PS4 was a continuation of a 360. Dude, you can start a party right from the thing right there. Was that? A lot of PlayStation people are like, oh my god, a party? This must be new. Like, no, we've been doing this on 360 forever.
Nah, I've never been a big multiplayer guy, so none of that shit.
It was a multiplayer. It was a dude. Back in the day, it was more about like just being with your friends, talking. You'll be doing different things, but just being together.
I had a on Xbox 360. Well, I have a couple guys from Xbox original online that we were like I had on my friends list and carried over my account. 2 years ago,
Lee and I were playing something online. We were in a party in the Xbox One. Somebody else joins. Like, hey, Dressed, remember me? Dude, we played Halo 3 campaign back in the day. He's like, yeah, what's up? Remember? Like, we talked here and there after that. I'm like, dude, I remember telling him, it's been fucking 10 years since that. You were like, how old are you now? I'm like,
yeah,
dude. I'm like in my 20s. I'm like, oh my god, dude, you're like 12.
Dude, I have friends that are my Facebook friends now. That like, I have one dude, his name was Wes, and he's a Halo fucking fanatic. He writes books and shit.
Yeah.
And like, he's actually an author now. Yeah. But like, you know, we started playing fucking Halo. We were like doing Halo, and when we like, he was my friend. Like, I met him, like, playing randomly. He's like, hey, man, you want to be my friend? Because that's how he talks. Hey, he's from Delaware. Hey, man, you want a big bone you want to play, man? Because my name was Big Dominican back then.
No offense to Delaware residents.
Yeah, that's just how he sounds. And, like...
all five of you, yeah.
And then, like, oh, shit, they're Pedro. And, like, we text each other still, like, to the day. Like, he hits me up, like, yo, what's up? And, like, I had, like, 6 people that I, like, were my fucking friends, man. Like, these guys, we will play hours. I mean,
you build long-time relationships,
and then we would do stupid shit online too. Like, Pedro, you need to make fun of the little kid in the game. So like, we would not go in a party chat. We would be in the game, and I'm like do stupid shit. Now that I think about it, it's fucking retarded. But we would spend hours laughing about shit. Like, I would like just make fun of a little, and then I remember one time this kid got his mom. Like, what did you say to my son? I'm calling the authority. Your son's full of shit, and so are you. This is a rated M game, you fucking...
You went off on her.
I went off on her. And everybody's like, oh shit, Pedro's crazy.
Oh, the good old days of Xbox Live. Don't remind me. Remember Uno?
Yo, Uno was nasty.
That shit was the...
You had some nasty motherfuckers on that.
Have you ever played Uno with random people with a camera? Oh my god.
No.
My... The things I saw. The things it almost seemed like a movie. It seemed fake. People throwing cocaine. It was the weirdest. Me being fucking 16-year-old seeing this, I'm like, what?
We would play Uno. Like we would just play Call of Duty for like the last 8 hours. And like, we're gonna go fall asleep. No man, we gotta play more Call of Duty. And then we'll be like, I want to go to bed. I'm kind of bored. I'm not bored, but I'm kind of tired.
Let's play some Uno.
Let's play Uno. Okay. So the sun comes up. What the fuck are we doing with our lives?
That was.
This is
like,
why I'm fat.
So X18.
back on topic after this rant that just went on.
I mean, it's barely much to talk about. So, do you know what? You guys, both of you didn't see it. George definitely didn't.
We kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, some announcements. Like Crackdown 3 got announced for Game Pass. Obviously, it will launch February 15th. Finally, we got a release date. And they have the whole fucking. If you see the trailer, and they have the whole cloud destruction. So like in the multiplayer, you can destroy like the buildings and the maps and stuff. Like the buildings completely can become destroyed, but all the computing is not happening on the system. All the computing is happening on the cloud.
So I'm gonna slow down the fucking shit.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. They also announced they showed like 16 games announced for Game Pass.
That's probably one of the big ones in there.
I can't see.
Oh, PUBG is now part of Game Pass. Will become part of Game Pass. So like a few games are launching on Game Pass, which is interesting. That's what they wanted to do, like have games launch on there, see how they would do. I mean, that whole presentation, they went fucking hard on Game Pass. It was constant, like...
Pedro, you need to play this one. Just want to point that out.
I can't see it.
Oh, Hellblade. Sell Your Sacrifice.
That was a limited time PlayStation exclusive that then came to Xbox because Xbox
it's
bought
short,
this.
dude. You need to play that game.
It's short.
Is it out now?
You have to play it with headphones.
Yes. Headphones. So you understand what the fuck is going on.
Is it playing now?
It says coming...
December, I think. It's December.
Yeah.
It's
December,
recent.
When it comes out again, just remind me.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta play that. Oh, and Microsoft owns that studio now.
Yeah, so that
people that made Hellblade.
Ninja Theory, yeah.
Yeah,
is it a ninja game? Like a...
No, it's not a ninja game. It deals with psychosis, like somebody that has like mental problems.
Oh fuck! I think I heard about this.
But you have to play it with headphones because
the fucking things
voices.
Yeah, there's
Isn't it like
someone's
that?
behind you. Behind you. You know what I mean? Like you gotta listen. Like
Yeah, because if you try to play it without, you're gonna get fucked up.
you can still play it without it, but you get the.
You
full,
could, but yeah, but you
get the
Isn't
full,
like that other game with that Celtic?
That
yeah,
is that.
that is
That's the game.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh fucking hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking play that shit. God damn it.
And it's Smash Short too, and it looks fantastic. What else? Oh, there's the. Did you play? Do you guys like Final Fantasy 13? You don't like it, right?
I've never
tried
played
it.
Final Fantasy. I tried to play. I think was it 13? Then I forgot what.
Well, the 13th trilogy is coming out to Xbox One backwards compatibility with Xbox X support.
I think I tried to play that one.
So 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns.
They didn't fucking announce Ace Combat 6 though, right?
Nope, they didn't.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, Microsoft also acquired 2 studios. In Exile, they're the people that made Bard's Tale. They made what else did they make? They made like RPG. They're RPG studio, and they also acquired Obsidian, which is they made Fallout New Vegas. They made Pillars of Eternity, which are fucking huge games like the RPG world. They made Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the good one. They made right, so was that? No, actually no. They made the bad one. Never mind. They made the bad one. They made part 2.
Yeah.
But it was in a time crunch.
Yeah, blame it on time.
No, they had like a year to make it. Yeah, I mean, Obsidian is a fucking ironclad. They also made South Park: Stick of Truth, which is a fucking fantastic RPG. Yeah, it's a very interesting requirement. So now they really have studios for like crazy RPGs.
So are we gonna be seeing games like?
We're gonna start seeing their games like 5 years from now.
Yeah,
unless
Xbox
they were, the thing is, people are thinking
they could have been working on something.
They could have been working on stuff in the background, and Microsoft's like, all right, we want this guy. Like, continue it. Like, see, whatever you work is a great idea. Now have unlimited money and fucking get it done.
See, you've been doing this half-assed this whole time, but
hopefully they learn from Red Dead.
Daddy
Actually,
Bill Gates
not everybody can be Rockstar. Not everybody can be Rockstar. They have unlimited money.
Rockstar release a game every like 10 years, so freaking.
But fucking GTA 5 is still making them money to this day, so it's like,
fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't wait.
Also,
for
Red Dead 2 made like 785 million.
Yeah.
The first 3 days. It's fucking crazy. Second place. They have so much money. They're
doing this right now.
Yeah, there's so much.
Swimming in that shit.
The money.
Yeah, what other announcements? Can you scroll down a little bit? Yeah. Oh, Forza Horizon 4. There's the new DLC, Fortune Island. It's like piratey, like fucking big mountains and shit. It's a new map.
Built 4 vehicles, a Gymkhana 10. I don't know. Whatever, Ford Gymkhana 10, whatever that is.
Yeah, Kim Block is part of fucking Ford, so all his cars are Fords.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like Kim Block. He's a cool guy, but I don't like Ford. I used to like it when he was on Subaru.
Bigger Minecraft marketplace.
Whoa! What the freaking do? Break your blocks.
They own Minecraft, so like whatever.
Who the fuck still plays Minecraft?
Apparently enough people.
If you still play Minecraft, please at me at my Instagram.
Sea of Thieves has like a multiplayer mode.
Yeah, battle rival crews.
I downloaded the game.
We'd have one if we actually played it.
I know. We need to play that damn game. That game was so much fun. That game was so much fucking fun. Multiplayer. You haven't played it, right?
No, I haven't played it.
We need to make a fucking time and play.
Listen, I'm off this week. All right.
Listen, I have Thursday, Friday off. I work Saturday, and then I have Sunday, Monday.
I have tomorrow off.
Well, I work tomorrow. Fucking.
I'm off all week, so.
So yeah,
I've been meaning to take fucking Georgia Booty Island.
He has this obsession with taking Booty Island.
Session. Yeah.
As also shoot your way to fucking Void Bastards. Look at that! You gotta see that trailer. It's also launching on Game Pass. That game looks the art style looks fucking amazing. Oh, those are showed Devil May Cry. Some new stuff for Devil May Cry.
Fuck Devil May. I tried to play that shit. I was like, this is stupid.
It looks really fucking.
Okay, cool. Bayonetta was awesome, by the way. I started playing it after we talked about it, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't finish it. But I was like,
it's dope as fuck, right?
I was starting to get weird thoughts because this bitch is naked the whole time. And I'm like,
what is that?
I need to take a cold shower.
Yeah. Wait, what are they showing the backwards compatibility? Only those 3 games, right? Did they announce?
Yeah, it doesn't really look like much.
No Ace Combat 6. Listen, I'm gonna write a letter. Dear Mr. So-called Bill Gates. All right, how dare you?
Dare you do this to me?
Oh, that art style looks kind of different.
Yeah, it looks like it's like 2D kind of like.
saw
It's
something.
like it's like 2D like cartoon
Cell shading.
looking, like Doom.
It's
old
like
school
comic
Doom.
book cell shading.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's gonna be on Game Pass. So I love this. The game's launching on Game Pass. That game, it's like Microsoft. I mean, do like a Netflix legit style. I see when you die, you just go to a different body, different shit. You start again.
Strategy shooter.
Yeah, so one of those. What do you call them? Those Oh, so it's like, they're like prisoners or something. Look at the map. You do all that.
Looks very comic booky.
Oh.
Yeah, I love the art style. It's fantastic.
Looks like an interesting game. Something I'd definitely give a shot at.
Yeah,
It's on Game Pass. I'll definitely give it a try. And then I'll play it for 10 minutes. Be like, all right,
I'm done.
I have ADD.
So yeah, guys, let's wrap up today's show.
We're done.
Okay, bye.
Hey, so yeah, we're done.
That's how you wrap it up. Just we're done.
We're done.
Thank you guys for listening to us to ramble on rambling today. Again, there was not much to talk about, but
Yeah,
there was not enough to talk about, but a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Pokemon, man, my shit up, bro.
2019, here we come.
Excelsior, man, rest in peace.
I know, Stanley.
Excelsior.
Pour one out for the homie.
I want to see how they're gonna do the cameos now.
Sorry, they could CGI him whenever he fucking.
They're not gonna stop the cameos.
Yeah, they will.
I'm pretty sure they recorded like 50 cameos.
Dude.
This dude is just gonna.
It was to the point he was in cameos for characters he didn't even create anymore.
Yeah.
Like he had nothing to do with Guardians, but he was in Guardians. So
Yeah.
it's like
So yeah, guys, that wraps up today's episode. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and other places. Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Podbean,
Spotify.
Follow me on
Spotify.
Instagram, Pedro B712.
I Never Ready Channel, NVRDY Podcast. So yeah, guys,
share it with your friends, bro.
share with your friends,
Please.
please.